Another exciting week here in DC as we saw that increase in real estate activity we were expecting. We're going to figure out why. But if you're watching this, today is Wednesday, December 7th. My name is Mark. I'm a real estate agent and a team leader here in DC with Search Real Estate Group. This is your weekly Washington real estate update. We're back in the office today. I've got Steve behind me, who's an agent that I work with. So if you see him popping around, that's who that is. Hey, Steve. He's on my team here. We're going to pop in DC and we're going to take a look. We did see that increase in activity we were expecting to see because we're in that weird stage in between Thanksgiving and Christmas where people actually pay attention to real estate again. So I expect these numbers to continue to sort of hold steady into Christmas, slow down the week of Christmas, and then see the uptick following leading into 2023. At least that's what history says should happen. So looking at these numbers from last week, we're up 128% on new closed sales. That's fantastic. But again, that's in relation to the week prior, which was drastically lower because Thanksgiving was in the middle of the week. So not a lot of activity was happening. New purchase contracts were actually down 14% over last week. That's pretty steady, to be honest, because we're going to see this continue to roll down into the new year as we get through the holiday season. But what I love are seeing the new listings up 142%. That's new properties that have hit the market this week over last week. We talked about that briefly. Listing your home during a holiday week or right around a holiday week is pretty bad. It's not a great idea because no one's paying attention. So we don't want any dead days on the market. We don't want to sit there for 4 days while you're having your turkey and only for somebody to come back and take a look at it on December 1st. So that's why we see an uptick this week versus last week in that. And then showings up 80% over last week. Again, a lot of it has to do with the holiday season. No one's looking at houses while family's in town or while you're traveling, but we're up 80%. If we keep seeing that number rise, I don't expect it to rise this much next week. It's definitely going to dip the week of Christmas. But as we see that showing request number increase throughout the rest of the year and into the 2023, that's a good sign that buyers are coming back and maybe we're going to see this market tick up a little bit. So we'll look through some of the charts just to see a visual representation of this data because I know we all love the graphs. But if you look historically, we are following almost precisely everything that we did the last 3 years. Again, this dark blue line is 2021. That was a crazy year. We know about that. 2020, this sort of lighter blue line. And then the 2019 is this gray line. It's a little wonky compared to everything else. We're working right into when COVID really was starting to hit. So the 2019 line is a little strange. But if we look at the other 3 years, we're tracking pretty good. So we saw this uptick here after the week of Thanksgiving. We'll see it hold steady, maybe come down a little bit this week and next week into Christmas. And then as we see, it trails off the week of Christmas because, again, no one's paying attention during the holidays. You're focused on other more important things. Then right after Christmas, when we look at all of these charts, I want to see this uptick here, weekly new listings of inventory hitting the market the week after Christmas, which should hopefully carry us into a stronger 2023. If we get the interest rates that they're talking about, 5.5% to 6%, I do expect the showings to increase. That means buyers are coming back. That should mean inventory increases as well as sellers try to take advantage of more buyers in the market. So tomorrow we're going to put out our Maryland report where Dan, another agent on our team, is going to talk about the market predictions for 2023 according to our MLS service. It's actually a pretty good video because it goes into what smarter people than us are talking about, what interest rates are going to be, how we think the market is going to translate into 2023. Ultimately, this was a good week. All of our numbers are up except for new purchase contracts. And again, lower inventory, fewer people in the market. Holidays are around. We don't expect to see that many contracts happen between now and the end of the year. But what I'm really looking for is the increased showing appointments because that means more people are out, increased listings because that means more homes are hitting the market. And I really want to see the closed sales sort of rise into the first start of 2023. So again, that's this week's Washington Real Estate Update. My name is Mark. If you have any questions, you can reach out. I will see you next Wednesday.